song to you, my beautiful people. My beautiful people, come and sing along, yeah. Here I got a song for you, my beautiful people. My beautiful people, come and sing along, yeah. There are many things we cannot hide. There are many bonds that can be undone, just like our bond, yeah. Everything in life is a sacrifice, but I know it was worth the price, for I did it for you. Here I come with a song, oh beautiful people. Oh beautiful people, come and sing along, yeah. I dedicate this song to you, my beautiful people. Oh beautiful people.
Alex, and I'm Yvonne, and I'm from Lady Caribbean Express here. And I thought I'd come down here and see what happens. And you know, a little bit more. But you're new.
Yeah, I literally just came in today.
Yeah.
But Reading overall, because I sometimes hear the buses there, Reading and homelessness is a huge problem.
Yeah.
Just looking around late at night, it's clearly obvious to anyone that this is a huge problem, and what people are doing here is alleviating that problem and helping it, and they're having a huge impact. But I can see even around the community here loving this.
Yes. Yeah. And so that gave you the heart to come in, offer your volunteering.
Yeah. I know.
by their side, saying, you can do this. Where they've had a conversation with us before, and they've all got to know every staff member. We're always, if we're out and about in the street, or we're really out and about in the street,
So it goes beyond.
it's not just this building, we don't just help this building, we help beyond this building as well. I do like to help raise as much as I possibly can.
Okay. Well, thank you for taking the time out.
Start with me.
Is it?
Yeah, I've been about.
The clients have.
As well, to be able to take food away with them. A lot of people.
Hello, Grace.
Hello, sister.
Majority of the time.
Right, and what's happening now is the church is being changed, and so it will hold seating areas where everyone will sit and eat together. Okay, so people are coming and going. It's a very busy place to be in, but at the same time, the homeless do benefit. And this young man, you want to be on the show,
why
isn't
not?
it?
Yes, me. I'm the oldest one. Start with Grace.
Is it?
Yeah, I've been about six years before pandemic.
Okay.
With Grace.
Yeah.
Yeah. This took me about. I'm the oldest stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
The camera's there.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
sorry. Yeah. I'm the oldest one.
What's your name? by the
My
way?
name is Angelo Bayash.
Okay.
I've been with Grace about 7 years before pandemic. In how you call that? In
Great Knowledge Street.
Kendall Street,
Yeah.
in Queen's Arms. Yeah, I just started a long time ago. I'm still with her.
You still, and you
Yeah.
enjoy
Yeah,
doing what you do.
I'm only 71.
Oh, bless you. Yeah. So, and you set up each.
Yeah, I've set up every time. Grace knows me.
Yeah.
Ask Grace about my story. She can tell me.
Okay.
Okay?
Right, this is the transition that happens after church. The tables are laid out And the volunteers do this every single Sunday before the clients are coming in to have something to eat. It has to be right for them, and the environment is right for them.
Oh no, I just got dragged in by Chloe.
Yeah, because she's been here a lot longer than I have.
Okay.
But yeah, but I'm training to be team lead.
Okay.
So a lot of training goes into knowing how it works as well.
Yeah.
So obviously, as I said, we normally have 10 tables out for 6 people on each table, because a lot of people like sitting in groups instead of like individual, and it gives them a chance to be able to sit there and talk to other people. It gives us a chance as a group, as a team, to be able to go up to them and talk to them as well, make sure they're okay, whether they need anything that we may not have here today. Obviously we get given clothes from different places that we give out to them. We get the community fridge that we provide with them as well, to be able to take food away with them. A lot of people that we get here, that come here every week, normally live in tents, don't have the space for cooking facilities and things like that. So a lot of the time we try and help them as much as we can with giving them food that they can do while they're away from here.
And it's nice to sit together, isn't it?
100%, yeah. It makes them feel more wanted when they're in a group than just singling them out and having them on their own. Normally when we have found a couple of people on their own, where they're just sat on their own, we try and include them in the table conversation.
And that takes time often, doesn't it?
100%, which is why we try and have as many volunteers as we can, so that there's people that can serve them, give them teas and coffees, that can also sit down with people and listen to their worries and concerns that they may have. That's fine. But it's a group effort. Why have we got those cups? Yeah, definitely. So we have 6 people sitting on each table. I've been in the fridge. Others come in, sit in and have a nice hot meal that we try and do each week. We try and switch it up, but sometimes it's a lot harder, seeing as we are just a volunteering group.
And you volunteer your time?
I do volunteer my time, because I've been where they have. I mean, I am only 19, but I've been homeless. I know what it feels like to be on your own and not be able to wake up and be able to have a hot meal. So I know how they feel. Exactly, and it's horrible. Some people have explained how they previously lived, where they had a home, they got up every morning, had a shower, went to bed, had a shower, and for them now to be homeless, it makes them feel disgusting in themselves, because they're not able to care for themselves. And a lot of them are caring and try and help others in their own situation. But again, the way they look at it, they can't help others if they can't help themselves. So it's a lot of work to be able to be here every week.
You see the benefits.
Of course, because the more we're here and the more we're a team, and we try and help as many people as we can, it helps them as well. It doesn't just help us as a community, it helps them as well to become a part of the community. So it's a lot of work, but it gets done. We do it, and we're proud to say that we do it as a team.
And this is a lovely 19-year-old girl that has experienced so many experiences which she shouldn't have had already, and she's explaining why she volunteers her time. So volunteers, come on, you can be any age, isn't that right?
100%.
Yeah.
We accept people any age. We don't discriminate either. Obviously, we accept anybody. And the more help we get, the better, because it just provides us to be able to give our time to those who do need it, that do come here.
Okay.
Where we're so short-handed, as you've seen today, we are extremely short-handed today. We have obviously been able to open up. There's a lot of volunteers here today that may not have come today because they had something else, but seeing that we've been short-handed and has decided to come and give us a hand,
Which is good.
and I'm just great to say that I'm part of the team that Grace has kindly brought to Reading and is made up for Reading, and we're proud to say that I'm a part of it, and I'm proud to say that I'm on her side, and I'm trying my best to help her dreams come forward. But she's been there. It's fine. It's horrible to say, but Grace has been in the same boat where she's been homeless. She felt that there was nothing there. And where I've been at, Grace was one of the people that inspired me that I could do a lot more with my life than just sit at home in my own company.
Very confident.
100%. I mean, I helped my mum with alcoholism and drugs, and so from a young age, I've had to deal with a lot of the stuff that a lot of people that come here today deal with. And I'm just happy to say that again, I am part of Grace's team and her husband to be able to make this a group for the less fortunate people in the world.
And it is fun. You guys are having fun while you do it.
100%, because we build a connection with everybody here. A lot of the people here are friends and family of other people. We have friends and family that are in a less fortunate position. So we're just happy to be able to stand here and be able to do what we can to help them in the best way we can help them.
Thank you very much for that.
Absolutely.
So everyone knows now.
100%. We need as many volunteers as we can get. So
she is transparent. Very transparent.
Yes.
Lovely to meet you.
And you.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. You go back and do what you're doing now. Oh dear. Hello, Grace.
Hello, sister. Thank you for coming today.
And yeah, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Yeah.
How proud am I of you?
Are you?
This lady and her husband and this team are doing so much for the volunteers who have spoken to me.
Yeah.
You know, I'd like to hear from you.
Yeah, we've got a great team of people. We're blessed. As you can see, we've got an abundance of food to give away. So we partner with Waitrose, Tesco, Nando's, KFC and now Preps. Wow. So instead of throwing away their food, we collect it during the week. So, you know, a lot of people are struggling. It's hard times that we've got food to offer them. Yeah. So people can come in and help themselves to strawberries, veg. We've got lots of fresh produce there. Frozen meat and frozen meals. We've got a selection of clothing, footwear, and then they sit down. We like our guests to sit down when they come here and we serve them. Yes. So we bring
the table is all set ready for them.
We don't like people to queue up, so they sit and have their coffee, and we bring their hot drinks, and we serve dinner about 10 to 5. We get about between 50, 60, 70 people a week.
Have you seen it gradually rise?
Yeah, definitely. It peaked in the pandemic. When we were at the Queen's Arms, and most we had was 150 people. They just kept coming and coming, ran out of food. We were having to open tins and heat it up. But
was it?
we saw people we'd never seen before. People coming to the door, breaking down in tears. They still do now because they're still ashamed to ask for help. But there's no need to be. Nobody cares. They don't know people's situations. Our volunteers from all walks of life. Nobody's here to judge. We just want to help one another because anybody can fall on hard times.
Yeah, and they've been really good in explaining how they came to come here.
Yeah.
And their background. I spoke to you volunteer.
Yeah.
So that was really good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I know Beryl. I saw your husband behind what he's doing.
Yeah.
So is there anything else you want to tell the readers or listeners that are listening today?
Just that we're here, and you mustn't. If you need help, just also I've got a list of services. Maybe you can share it on your site.
Yeah.
There's help 7 days a week. You don't need to go without. You don't have to sit there struggling, thinking about do you pay your bills, you put the electric on, or do you get food. There's help out there. So if anybody needs help, please ask for it. Yeah. If anybody wants to help by donating, you can put a link maybe to our website, maybe on yours. Yeah. But it's a blessing. It's a real. It's been 10 years we've been doing this, and I love being here. And it's just everybody that comes to the door is grateful.
It's nice. You've got
It's
the room
lovely.
here,
Yeah. It's lovely. It's just a real. And we've got a lot of volunteers, so the main thing is we'll have time to sit down and minister, because I would want somebody to come through the door to be burdened with something and nobody sat down and just listened. Whether you were there to shed a tear, put shoulder to cry on,
It's a
just
personal
listen.
time.
Exactly, to just be there, because that's as important as giving out food.
Yeah.
This is proper support.
So what I will say, Grace, you play things down. Do I curse?
Don't be silly.
You had an awesome invite, didn't you?
Yeah.
You and your husband.
Yeah, we got invited to the King's Coronation Garden Party at Buckingham Palace. And we had a lovely day out. It was really nice. Yeah, it was an honour. Yeah.
When did you get your invite?
I had a call on my work phone and I thought it was a prank call at first. I thought, you're just giving this person all your information. And I thought maybe it wasn't real, I didn't really get invited, did I? Then I got the email confirming it and I got this lovely invitation through the post. So, yeah, it was really nice. It was lovely, really lovely to be recognised.
And this is a charity that you started.
Yeah. We're still I'd say still a community group. We're going to register formally as a charity this year. For 10 years we've been a community group, but we're going to register because this year we're going to get premises to run the night shelter. That's the desire of my heart.
Yes.
I'm believing
You'll
God
keep
for premises.
isn't it?
Oh, definitely. We're going to have some news to share very soon, but it's really exciting. Yeah.
What I will say, you're very blessed. Everyone that works around you, they give so much enthusiasm. And all I can say is keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you. Yeah, God bless you. Thank you for coming here today.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thanks. Right, so the door's ready to be opened now.
Okay. Can I get a quick interview? Either one of you? Yeah? Okay, I know you're busy. Yeah? And let me just get it correctly. Yeah? Okay, I know that you're busy today and you're doing what you're doing in the kitchen. How long have you been
volunteering for about probably, I don't know, before it seems so long. 4 years I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
It was well before the lockdown.
Yes, always cooking.
Majority of the time cooking,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
We first started like just making teas and just a little bit, and then gradually we just go in the kitchen and that's it, and that's all we love doing, and the guys enjoy the food as well, and we love
The
it.
backbone, because if the food isn't cooked right.
Yes, and you get good feedback from the guys.
It's nice.
Sometimes we're only limited because sometimes we can only cook what we get is donated. And sometimes it's just Nando's chicken every week, but it's what you do with it. You know, like last week they had it with mashed potatoes, today they're having it with rice and vegetables and things like that. So
Good, it keeps you on your toes.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
So we look forward to it.
And what was your name?
It's Ellie. I am Ellie Robinson. We're both husband and wife.
Okay, you both good. Oh, you do well then. Yeah. Okay, well I'll leave you to it, and thank you very much for that. Okay.
I point out who's doing what.
Yeah.
Dedicate this song to you, my beautiful people. My beautiful people, come and sing along, yeah.
As Brendan said, my name is Rodney Herwood and I'm the project lead for the Red and Windrush 75 project. On behalf of the Red and Windrush steering group, thank you for your attendance today. Like most ambitious projects, this project started as a dream in the middle of 2022. A dream shared by members of the steering group consisting of Fiona Price of Age UK Berkshire, Brendan Carr of Reading Museum, Jeff Jones and Annette Levy of the Caribbean Associations Group, and myself. Through our passion and commitment and generous funding from the National Heritage Lottery Fund, Reading Borough Council and the University of Reading alumni, we have reached the significant milestone of this launch event. Now, some may ask why we're so passionate and committed. My answer is, what better way to acknowledge the sacrifices of Reading's Windrush generation? We'll be delivering a series of projects in Reading from today, right through until the end of October. Full details of the planned events are available afterwards. Can I now call on Worshipful Mayor Councillor Tony Page to say a few words?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming along this evening, and Rodney for the work that you and others have done. We remind ourselves that it was 75 years ago on the 22nd of June that nearly 1,000 people landed at Tilbury from the HMT Empire Windrush. But having looked at the National Archives website, which is well worth looking at in terms of the national information, it wasn't the first boat to arrive from the Caribbean, as a year earlier at least 2 boats docked in Britain, each with more than 200 people from the Caribbean. The big difference is that at Tilbury, all the media and the camera were there, whereas the other 2 boats arrived unannounced. But nevertheless, this is the designated 75th anniversary of the arrival of the Windrush, and it presents a perfect opportunity to honour the early Windrush pioneers who made their home in Berkshire and particularly in Reading. And the project's principal objective is to document and share the living memories and experiences of the many local Caribbean community members who have over the past 75 years made Reading the place it is today. And having been, as some of you know, an almost permanent fixture on the council for 50 years, I've had the pleasure of interacting with many generations and representing them during that period, and made friends with them and known the contribution that they have made to the local community. And the high-profile creative community events and activities that will be taking place will ensure that the 75th anniversary receives the widest possible public recognition in Reading. Reading today boasts the largest population of first and second generation Caribbean people in Britain, and the enterprising young people who travelled across the ocean to take up work in the local industries and services leave a profound legacy. I'm told again, according to the National Archives, that the average age of people on the Windrush was just 24. Reading's population today, as I said, includes the highest concentration of Bajans and people of Barbadian descent living outside Barbados. And celebrations to mark this year's 75th anniversary of the Windrush generation have been boosted with the announcement that a consortium of local organisations secured National Heritage Lottery funding to support these events. And thank you again to Rodney, Brendan and others involved in all that work. We've had representatives from ACRE, the Alliance for Cohesion and Racial Equality. Previous to that, I was still known as RCRE, Reading Council for Racial Equality, the Caribbean Association, Age UK, the Museum Service, the Borough Council, and have been working together closely in the activities that will be taking place over the next few months. The series, I just wanted to give a quick highlights of things that will be, events that will be taking place. The Thanksgiving service above us in the concert hall on the 15th of July will bring together representatives from the Caribbean High Commissions, local dignitaries representatives of the Reading Windrush generation and the wider community. The following day there'll be a Windrush Sports and Heritage Family Fun Day at Palmer Park. And we've also got a primary schools programme for Key Stage 1 to 3, devised in partnership with Reading Museum, and a Windrush youth performance by a local community theatre group. There's obviously the exhibition here, only part of which I've seen, so I intend to obviously dive into that as well. And the community cabinet exhibition delivered in partnership with Reading Museum, Windrush Lives. So there's oral history interviews with members of the Windrush generation about their early experiences in the UK, and we look forward to a much wider range, but as Rodney said, the details are on the website. In the briefing notes that Brendan kindly gave me, it says that as we speak there's an online session. Absolutely, with so that's still actually taking.
It's running that at the moment. We've got over 1,000 children online
good
into the Windrush school session, so we're really pleased with that, developing out of the work that we've been doing. So,
good.
Excellent.
Well done. I'm always a bit diffident when you get these briefs. You sometimes have to tread carefully, but I'm glad that's going on. And all of this is obviously a very positive and basically celebratory period, but I did want to say that I don't think we should forget that there is still unfinished business relating to the Windrush generation. And I was watching an interview on BBC TV last night with Arthur Torrington, the director and co-founder of the Windrush Foundation, who reminded us that beneath, we've got the celebration today, but from the 40s there has always been an element of a hostile environment in the country. Some of that came at national level, some obviously at local level, but one thing we need to do is to recognise the realities of the history and commit to doing what we can to correct those injustices. We are aware that at least 83 members of the Windrush generation were wrongfully deported, as the Home Office had failed to keep records of those granted permission to stay. And the compensation scheme set up in 2019 is still bedevilled with delays and controversies. And according to The Guardian, which is not always accurate, but I think in this case they've got their statistics correct, only 13% of the estimated 11,500 eligible claimants have been compensated. So there is still ongoing work for us as a council, working with MPs and groups set up locally to support the effort to get all those legitimate claims settled. And only today we read that the Home Office is under direction from the Home Secretary, and I shall say no more, about prematurely disbanding the Windrush Reform Unit from the 1st of July. That is shameful. But that's the serious note, just to say that some of us are still committed to taking forward that element of unfinished business. But the celebrations as a whole are of a positive note, one that I hope you will all engage with over the forthcoming period. And again, I'd like to thank Rodney, Brendan, the museum staff for all the work they've done, for you in the voluntary organisations who have played such an important part. Your commitment and contribution to this work is very important, but as I say, there's still an ongoing agenda of work to be done that we collectively need to commit to. So thank you all very much for the work you have done, and we look forward to seeing more of the exhibition. And
guess. The arrival of the Empire Windrush 1948 with, I would say it's roughly 400 passengers travelling from the Caribbean, was a groundbreaking moment in this country. And it marked the beginning of migration that would eventually see over 500,000 people of Commonwealth citizenship settled in Britain between 1948 and 1971. This is what we now refer to us here locally as the Windrush generation. Others says it goes to about 1983, but we go to 1971. I say 1971 because that's when people started saying you should become citizens of the United Kingdom, right? So there were Harvey de Paz and ministers in Mark's Church in Reading, Father Scott, who used to ride around on his bike all the way through Reading, encouraging us, my parents and so forth, to become United Kingdom citizens, because obviously they saw what could happen in the future. And so because of that, in Reading we didn't have as much of the troubles that other people had with their documentation and so forth. So the Windrush generation, they made a huge contribution to the United Kingdom. Here in Reading, worked at the Royal Barks, Hunting Palmers and all the other factories. And they brought their families over, and so being one of those children in the 1960s with Rodney and a few others. I know he's a bit younger, but he came a year after. So we grew up. Sherwin and her parents, who did a hell of a lot for the community, and we gravitated towards West Indian community in Reading, which grew from strength to strength over the years. So we have people like Mr. and Mrs. Springer to thank for that. There are one or two others, Harvey de Paz, as I say, Lloyd Broom, who they all worked to make us feel better and more comfortable in Reading. So yes, Reading is the home to the majority of us. We enjoy it. I'd just like to finish by thanking the Windrush Consortium, Reading University, Reading Museum through Brendan, who came together with us, Reading Borough Council, ACA and Age UK for the work that they've put in to bring this exhibition and other events to hopefully a successful event for the commemoration of all Windrush elders and their families. So, thank you very much.
Some of you may know me, some of you may not. My name is Annette Levy and I'm the chair of Jamaica Society and Friends Reading, part of the Caribbean Association Group. And I just want to say that, you know, the Caribbean people who came here back in from 1940 and before that, before 1948, they've been here. My grandfather, he came here in World War I. So, you know, it's a long time since people have been coming here and been part of, because they were British citizens, British subjects. The unfortunate thing, the people in Britain wasn't aware that they had other subjects of the world, and so therefore we became the aliens that arrived. But just to say, there's still a lot of work to be done regarding the injustice that has been done to the Windrush generation, which my parents were part of. My parents came in the 1950s, 1957. I was a left-at-home child with my grandparents. So, and many of us, my age, was the same for us. And so, fortunate for me, my mother was able to come back 7 years later. So when she left, I was 6, and she came back 7 years later. So they've worked so hard and they contribute so much to this country. And it's so painful to know that their children and grandchildren could be deported tomorrow. Because why? We arrived as British subjects. I've got my mother's passport at home to show. Yes. And then their grandchildren were born here and children are born here, and suddenly they have no abode because they're not able to prove it, because as far as they were concerned, they came here as babies. I came on my mother's passport. I haven't got one. I could have been one of those children that had to be sent, and my children would also be sent home. So, you know, it's very painful to us, and we're living it every day. And there's still a lot of work to be done, Mayor, as you rightly said, to be done to help. That hurt that's going through our community today. And I feel it really deeply, and I feel it every day. So we are having these celebrations to celebrate what their contribution, what they brought here, the culture, the food, the music, everything that they brought here to make Britain a better place. They came here as nurses, doctors, you know, teachers, engineers. A lot of them were in the armed forces, and they came here with skills to come and help Britain rebuild, because they saw Britain as the motherland. That's what they were taught as children, and it is very painful for us. So we are having all these events that we're being here to show, to educate people about the Caribbean, because I think it's because people weren't educated about it why they feel the way they do. And therefore this is all here for us to see, and for the wider community to embrace and see us as one, not divide us because of the colour of our skin, which has been the problem. Because I'm sure the people from Australia and other different places and Canada that have the same problem that we do. And that's how I feel about it. And so, as mentioned, of all the different sports activity, I'm personally involved with the Thanksgiving Thanks and Praise service, which is going to be on the 13th, 15th. Please, thank you, Rosie. On the 15th of July, here in Concert Hall. So thank you very much for coming today to our launch. Thank you.
I'm Victor, CEO for Alliance for Cohesion and Racial Equality. But that's just the latest iteration of the organization, because it's existed at something else, including Reading Council for Racial Equality. And I think the organization owes a duty to pay homage to the Windrush generation, the early migrants that came across from the other Commonwealth countries, because in response to the 1968 Immigration Act, Reading decided to form a support group. And that support group is what has grown over the years to become ACRE. And its ethos is about working with minoritized communities to enhance opportunities, to advocate issues that are affecting, on issues that are affecting them, and to put plans in place that they may feel welcome and be able to contribute to Reading as a society. Well, the Windrush generation has been doing that for years. So what we're now trying to do is to engage new migrant communities to, take a similar approach and say, they should be integrated in what is Reading, and make that little bit of contribution to change the narrative about migration. I've had the benefit of looking around the panels, because I arrived about half an hour earlier than the event was due to start. And what it brings to me is that, quite frankly, not a lot has changed. Because the stories that are reflected on each of those panels, I can bring somebody out from another community who would give you the same narrative, maybe from a different perspective, but it would fit within the narrative that are displayed on these panels. So, quite rightly, as Tony said, there's a lot of work still that needs doing. And it's only when we work as a collective that we'll be able to make that change. Sadly, in the past, there were histories of people in jackboots attacking people. They were firebombing homes in Reading back in the 70s and 80s. But that is not done now. Instead, racism and racial discrimination is dressed in suit and tie. So much so that as you walk through the door, you know you've lost the opportunity. And it's, I beseech you all, let's not be comfortable to think that, well, I've got my home, my car, my children, this and that. There are several others who are still facing the prejudices of the past. So it's for all of us to unite, and just explain and educate, because that's the whole purpose of our project, is to educate the younger generation and the townspeople of who the Windrush generation really are and the contribution they made to Reading. Thank you.
Thank you. So just before we actually go.
Yes, my name is Annette Levy, and I'm the chair of the Jamaica Society and Friends Reading.
Okay, and last year you held the chair as well, didn't you?
Yes, last year I was elected chair, and I've been re-elected this year.
Again, yeah.
Again. So yes, I am the chair of the Jamaica Society and Friends.
And last year you done so many events. You were everywhere with the with the Reading Windrush Alliance.
Yes, we did a great deal last year. We had the Windrush, it was a documentation and compensation scheme. Last year we did.
That's right.
There was a Thanksgiving service last year as well.
And I can say that some of the readers or people of the community, I would say people of the community, have came to me and said that they actually took advantage of those services, and for the first time in years they could actually rest.
It's good to know.
Yes, yeah, it's good to have feedback, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
And you've done such a good job, promoting our events.
Yes.
So we are.
It's enjoyable.
It is.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I hope so. That's
Hello, I'm here today and I'm with Sherwin Springer. And Sherwin, you've been on TV, you're famous. What is happening? How have you been, sort of called in on the Reading Windrush?
Well, I was called in by BAFA, Barbados Association, and friends. I think I had a couple of other telephone calls, but it's really because, I do my front room exhibition, so I hold on to artifacts, which means I'm a hoarder. But anyway, one of the things that I talked about to Brendan when he called me was my mum's contribution to the community and her role as a nurse. And as you can see, this is the plate there that they dedicated and they gave to her as her service to being a nurse of the hospital in Reading.
That is
so
awesome.
We just have a little bit there about mum and dad and the fact that they came during that Windrush time, their contribution as a couple, and then as a family, our different contributions to Reading, which we hope to continue. And it's just really to educate. The whole thing really is to educate. You've got the dominoes, and even though the dominoes was a game that the men played, it was an instrument to learn us to count. So it's all educational.
Yes.
And we just want to share all of this so that future generations will understand it and the younger ones be educated about the important role of our families who came to this country.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm here with Joan, who is the Secretary of Jamaican Society. Joan, why am I interviewing you? You may ask. It's this outfit, isn't it?
It's the outfit, yes. It's my dress that I brought from Jamaica when I came here in the 60s. And the dress was given to me by my auntie when she went to America and she came back home and she brought the dress for me. And I wore it then.
Wow.
And I brought it
It's
with
beautiful, isn't it?
Yes.
And was it handmade, do you think?
No, I don't think so.
Because back then everything was handmade beautifully.
Well, she brought it back from America.
Oh, okay, so you don't know, yeah.
I don't know.
No, but it's absolutely lovely.
Thank you.
And thank you for sharing that with the community. And thank you for the interview, Joe.
Very welcome.
Yeah, so here's the dress in its full glory. And Joan would have come with the grip as well.
One of those.
One of those. Not that one, but it would have been one of these. Come and have a look at the display that is happening. And yeah.
And that shirt is like one of my brothers, I believe.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's really nice, isn't it?
Yes.
I can remember them coming over with different shirts with the mapping.
Yes.
Yes.
That's an independence shirt.
Shirt. Yeah.
You see, it says 6th of August 1962 on it.
Wow.
So it's an independence shirt.
That's nearly 50 years old. 60 years old. 1962. Yeah. Oh, wow. It's a fantastic display.
Yes, they've done a very good job.
Yeah. And it's actually been a very warm.
Yes. And it's on till the end of October, till the beginning of October, I believe.
It's here?
Yes.
Okay.
So
I didn't know that, so that's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's here till October. So people can come and bring the children that haven't seen, they want to learn a little bit about the Windrush.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, Joan.